Imagine walking into a museum where exhibits haven't been touched, moved, or aired for over 2,000 years. This place isn't buried in dirt. It is resting at the bottom of the sea. The ocean becomes a vault, sealing away entire chapters of human history beneath layers of silt, salt, and darkness. For centuries, oceans act as untouched museums, preserving history for thousands of years. Early diving gear was dangerous. Humans had to hold their breaths, they had diving bells, and they had really heavy brass diving gear. And although the brass diving gear did allow them to walk on the ocean floor, the gear was often too heavy to the point where they dragged their foot along, and whenever they were trying to uncover a shipwreck, it would really just destroy everything in the surrounding area, which was a complete disaster. So although at the time most of the things in the surrounding area were destroyed, the human fascination continued as they wanted to keep finding entire sunken cities and more shipwrecks. So fast forward to 1943, two people named Cousteau and Gagnon create something called the Aqualung, which is like the first official scuba gear. This scuba gear was a lot lighter and made the human in the water be able to move a lot more freely while still being able to walk on the ocean surface if they wanted to. But they were also able to float along the ocean floor, causing less destruction, and it was just a lot more convenient way of doing things down underwater. And this was really the first big step that kind of created a new chapter or a new frontier to ocean science and scuba gear. So fast forward to the 1960s, a guy named George Bass established a scientific underwater excavation. And this was the first sort of technology that we were introduced to. And this included grids, mapping, and careful recording. So you could now get grids of the ocean, you can map out shipwrecks and sunken cities, and you could record the artifacts and stuff that you found. So what this kind of looked like was you could actually find an artifact, record it, you could orientate it, and you could tie its relationship back to the shipwreck and what it was used for. And this was, at the time, a huge step forward for divers, scuba divers, and scientists, genuinely speaking. So as we fast forward to modern day, or modern limits, as we all know, we have a lot more technology in play, and this is where things like side scan sonar, ROVs, and automatic underwater vehicles come in, those can reach depths way further that humans couldn't ever reach because we get crushed. Our modern technology has led to discoveries like the Titanic, and very recently, a ancient Roman city from 2000 BC off the coast of Turkey was recently discovered by some scientists and some technology. Now, despite all these findings, humans have always been very curious about the unknown, not only underwater, but in space. With underwater exploration, we can delve into the world of sea creatures, not seen by an average person. Many of these creatures have led divers to wrecks and to areas with hidden treasures, like the Titanic. Not only those that are worth money, but also those that can help preserve and tell the stories of history. The ocean becomes both a guide and a guardian. revealing secrets only when technology and patience align. Driven by wonder and radical technological shifts, underwater archaeology has successfully evolved from a destructive treasure hunt, like I mentioned earlier, into a major portal to our past. We have seen how the field moved from restrictive, heavy brass gear to the liberating freedom of Cousteau's scuba gear, and finally to the deep sea robotic sensors that are rewriting history today. The oceans will always remain vast and deeply mysterious, but thanks to the pioneers of underwater archaeology, the histories of those who sailed them are no longer lost in the waves. Thank you.